Whether you brew your own kombucha or buy it at your local grocer or farmer's market, it can be the perfect ingredient for all your backyard grilling ideas.
Today we're going to show you how to make a mustard with kombucha, a marinade for some great pork chops, and a delicious shandy to wash it all down.
Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about this mustard that you're going to be making?
Sure, so I'm going to start off with some whole mustard seeds. I've got it here with my ulu, and you can do this a few different ways, so I'm just going to chop it roughly. So you can do this in a food processor, or you can do this with a mortar and pestle. I think we're going to keep it pretty coarse. And if you're doing this on your own, if you don't like it coarse, you can always do it a little bit more smoothly if that's a way that you like your mustard. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take these whole mustard seeds, we're going to mix in some dry yellow mustard powder, a little bit of salt, and turmeric. Instead of using, a yellow number 5, a really great natural alternative to that is turmeric. So we're just going to mix that all up together here. And now we're going to add our secret ingredient, which is our kombucha. And what I just added was about 1/4 cup of water. We're just mixing that all together, and that's your mustard. And so you'll stick that in the fridge, let it mellow for about 24 hours, and you'll be perfect and ready to go for your grill out the next day.
And speaking of grilling out, we're going to look at making a quick marinade that also features kombucha. I'm using 1/4 cup of kombucha. I'm going to put about the same amount of vegetable oil in there. Then I'm going to add about a tablespoon of fresh chopped ginger, about the same amount of fresh chopped garlic. I'm going to add a little bit of honey in there for some sweetness. Then I'm just going to put a little bit of salt in there and a twist of pepper. And that's really all there is to it. Do it before you leave for work in the morning and let it sit all day in the refrigerator, and you're ready to cook when dinner time rolls around.
They're all marinated. Now what are we going to do with them?
Today I'm going to cook them just by searing them on the stovetop. Definitely you want to have a super, super hot pan. You always want to hear that nice sizzle when you lay it down. We're going to let them sear like this for 3 to 4 minutes before we even think about checking them. So you do have to resist the temptation to poke at it and see how it's doing.
All right, are we ready to flip?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, beautiful. And Mary, how long are these going to stay on this side?
At least another 6 to 8 minutes.
So we've got our mustard, we've got our pork chops, and so now we're going to need something to wash it all down with. So the 2 local beers that I really like to use for making a shandy are these lighter beers, the King Street Pilsner and the Agave Gold from Denali Brewing. What I'm going to do is just go ahead and fill this about halfway full. Then I'm just going to top this with my kombucha, and that shandy is ready to go.
Looks great. Now, if you have some guests coming to a barbecue and you want to serve something non-alcoholic, this one is a hopped grapefruit, so that's going to give people a more complex non-alcoholic beverage to drink.
So cheers! You can find these recipes and more at ediblealaska.com.